What's up, YouTube? YugiohTube here, and we're discussing Battles of Chaos yet again. Dark Magician, the Bandai artwork. We had rumors and murmurs that it's 1 in 6 cases. That really is not the case. We've seen a lot of folks pulling this. Now, just how rare, though, is this Dark Magician? Is it as common as everyone says? Is it as rare as everyone says? We're going to use some math and ratios to kind of compare the odds or likelihood of hitting a Dark Magician to that of a Starlight Rare or a specific Starlight Rare. So stay with me.
In a world full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, grading, selling, buying, one card game remains supreme. One man has the insights you need to know. Watch and subscribe now. YugiohTube.
What's up, YouTube? YugiohTube here discussing the Bandai Dark Magician that came out in Battles of Chaos with the set code 25TH-EN001. Okay, so we're going to do some math to kind of solve this mystery. Again, we are very early in the stage of production. So right now the sample size is nowhere near as large as we want it, but we're just looking at an initial look to see what's going on. We are also not accounting for Instagram sales, private sales, local cash deals. We're just looking at the amount of listings on eBay, whether it be active or sold, in both Starlight Rares and the 25th Dark Magician, the Bandai card. So looking at what we have, first of all, the rumors were 1 in 6 cases. That obviously is debunked. There's been so many people so far, unless we're in a hot run of cases early on, that we're looking at about 1 per 2 cases, maybe around 1 per case is what some people say. Some people also say 1 per 3 cases. But the majority, I'd say, would say 1 in every case or 1 in every other case, something like that. So let's look at the data. Right now, if we look at the Dark Magician cards, again, excluding everything else, just on eBay, we have 20 sold listings. Okay, we have 20 sold listings and 29 active listings. As you first can see, just look at the fascinating trend here. When this thing first came out back in February 5th, February 5th, $780, $800, $1,000. And now today, February 10th, just less than a week later, this can be had for about $400. Talk about a massive decrease in value in less than a week. Your value just got cut in half on this card, as the rumors and murmurs were no longer the case and the small sample size was not big enough with the 6 cases. This is what's going to happen, a massive just decrease in price from that initial hype and those rumors, which ended up being, let's be honest, unless something crazy happens, just not true. We have 29 active listings. Okay, we have 20 sold listings. The good news if you have this Dark Magician is it's a very liquid card, meaning so many have sold. There's a big demand for it. It should be easy to sell if you were to lower your price. So the price elasticity, fun economics word, you're very good shape for this Dark Magician if you were to go and sell it, just because the demand and the liquidity of it is so high. Compare that to the Starlights, it's not nearly as high, but nonetheless, we'll get into that. Now, you have a total of 49 Dark Magician cards from the 25th EN001 Battles of Chaos set. Okay, so a total of 49, whether it be sold or active. Let's look at Starlights. Okay, let's see if we could go back here to some Starlights. We have 9 sold listings. Again, we're kind of negating like these 2 listings that really aren't really valid. Like this one here is not valid. But let's just, again, we're estimating here. We have 9 sold listings and we have about 85. Okay, we have about 85 active listings. Okay, so we have a total now of 94 listings. Again, this is just a general statement. About 94 listings for valid Starlight Rares. About 55 listings total active or sold for the Dark Magician. So if you're noticing right on the top of your head, you're saying, okay, there's more Starlight Rares than there are Dark Magicians on eBay. And if you think that, you are correct. There are indeed more Starlight Rares than there is Dark Magician on eBay. And so now we take that 94 Starlight Rares that we see active or sold on listing, and we take the 55 Dark Magicians that we saw active or sold, and right now you're at about a 1.709. What is that saying? Well, it's saying that you have about a 70.9% chance under these circumstances, more likely, to hit a Starlight Rare. You're about 71% more likely to hit a Starlight Rare if you bought a random pack than you are to hit a Dark Magician. Does everybody understand how we just did that? Hopefully so. Okay, so really, the Starlight rares are about a 71% higher shot to hit one of those than you do see with Dark Magician. So as a result, at this point, you're talking about 1 per every 3 cases that you're going to hit a Dark Magician or so, which is still a very astronomical rate if the odds of hitting a Starlight are 71% better. Okay, now when you divide, okay, that 94 divided by how many Starlights do we have? 5 Starlights. 18.8. When we take the ratio of the Dark Magicians of 55 active or sold listings, we divide that by 18.8, which assume every Starlight rare is equally distributed on eBay. So let's assume we took that 94 listings and we just said there's an even equal amount of them listed on eBay. It comes out to, again, the 18.8. When we do that ratio, it comes out that the Dark Magician is 2.92 times more likely, or almost 3 times as likely, to hit a Dark Magician than it is to get that one specific Starlight rare. As we know, Starlight rares are about 1 in every 2 cases. So if there's 5 in the set, well, if you do the math quickly, it's 1 in every 10 cases to hit that one specific one out of the 5 of the Starlight rares. So comparing the Dark Magician to the Starlight rare that you want, that specific one, it's about almost 3 times as likely to hit a Dark Magician. So you're going to hit 3 Dark Magicians, basically, for every 1 Starlight rare that you wanted. Now, again, on the converse, on the other side of the story here, you would hit about 1.7 Starlight rares in general compared to just 1 of the Dark Magician. So for every 1 Dark Magician you'd hit about 1.7 or almost 2, about 1 in 3/4 Starlight rares. So again, that's just showing early on that the Dark Magician is still rarer than hitting a Starlight rare, which, as we know, is 1 every 2 cases. So at this point, we are safe to assume very early on that the odds of a Dark Magician 25th Bandai edition from Battles of Chaos is about, I would say, about 1 every 2.5 to 3 or so cases. But again, it's so early that it's really hard to tell right now. I'm just going off a lot of generic data, which is just listings on eBay, not local listings, and there's a lot of variables here that still need to be had. Of course, a very small sample size as well. That basically does it for me. Okay, so what we're seeing here is Dark Magician not nearly as rare as 1 in every 6 cases, but it also might not be as common as some people are saying in 1 in every case. We don't really know. That doesn't mean that several haven't been pulled and kept. That doesn't mean several have been pulled and exchanged hands locally. So again, we might see something more towards the 1 in 2 case odds for the Dark Magician, which would make sense considering the Starlight rares are 1 in every 2 cases. The Dark Magician coming in at 1 in every 2 case would really make sense if you really think about it. What do you guys think? Right now, at this current point, Dark Magician is a little bit harder than any random Starlight to pull, which is still really tough to pull. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to about 1 in 2 cases. It shows the power of rumors. It shows the power of the expected scarcity and shortage. But I still think, long term, if this is 1 in every 2 cases or so, still a pretty solid good pull rate that makes it just rare enough to where there's another chase added to this set. What do you guys think? Until next time, YugiohTube signing out.